Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome to another episode of Manifest. I'm your host, Manny. Nice to meet you guys. Let's get with it. You know, um, so today's episode is about manifest. How important it is to manifest. How real it is. What you want in life. What you think you would get. Especially you put in the work. So, as I said before in previous video, that I'm gonna use what I've been going through, my experience. I'm not just saying just to get views or likes or whatever. I'm just telling you how it, what I went through, and hopefully to inspire other people, especially other guys, to follow their dreams, to pursue things that they want, and to feel that anything that you want to do in life, you could just go ahead and do it. If you could see it, you could do it. If you could believe, you could do it. So that's pretty much what this channel is all about: to manifest, inspire, uplifting, and also passport, baby. Guys, join the Passport Club. You would thank me later. Trust me. So, how I got started moving down here. What was the process? Okay, here it is. Simple. So every January of every year, um, like the first week of January, uh, uh, my first off day of the week. During that time, I was working overnights, and so I was having 2 days off, back-to-back days. Now, my current job, I don't have back-to-back days unless it's a holiday fall. Thank God today is a holiday fall. Um, yes, I am excited. I know tomorrow's going to be busy at work. So, woo-wee. Uh, let me get my sleep on. But like I said, every year, every January, I always get a hotel room just to sit back and do a reflection of that year prior and the upcoming year. What's my goals? Uh, what's the mistakes that I did? How to learn from my mistakes. So during that process, I was depressed, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I was real depressed. Um, I no longer wanted to be in Chicago anymore. I wasn't happy. I didn't see any future for me. Um, my plan was always to leave Chicago once my son turns 12, and I just couldn't do it. And so I was having a conversation. Last year I was celebrating my 40th birthday, and so I didn't want to celebrate my 40th birthday in Chicago. I wanted to do something different, something big. I wanted to travel. I During that time, I haven't traveled in a long time. The last time I traveled was 2015. Wait, yeah, I want to say 2015 or 2015, 2016. No, it was 15 because my son wasn't even born yet when I went to Washington D.C. So it was cool. It was cool. It ain't for me. It's not for me to live, to spend the rest of my life. No. So, okay. So I'm in a hotel room, chilling, thinking. So I'm like, okay. So I wrote down my list of places. First place I wanted to go, Toronto, Canada. I love Toronto, Canada. In fact, one of these days I'm going to live in Toronto, Canada, uh, years from now. So I looked up the flight to how to move to Toronto, Canada. It says you had to be fully vaccinated. I wasn't vaccinated at all, and I refused to be vaccinated. And that's a topic for something else. I don't want to talk about it. So I'm not. I would never ever get vaccinated. I don't even care if my job tells me to do it. I'm gone. So I'm like, okay, Toronto is out the picture. Now, mind you, these places that I'm telling you about that I wanted to go visit is weeks are going by, months are going by before my birthday. My birthday is in May. So I'm like, okay. So I was like, okay. Second place on my list, New York City. Second home. Love New York. Toronto, Canada is number one. New York was number two. So I'm like, okay, cool. Let me go to New York. New York was too expensive. And I'm like, damn, man. Like, I'm like, okay. So, scratch New York out. I'm like, okay, all right. Then third place, LA. LA, the crime rate was high. Like, there was like, it was like every day you were seeing on the news, on social media, that like those people was robbing people left and right. I'm like, I ain't going down there. So, fourth place on the list. Again, like I said, weeks is going by, months is going by. Fourth place on my list. I'm thinking about Miami. Nah. They showed a video of somebody there was shooting somebody in Miami, and in Miami, crime was going high. I'm like, damn, man. And in my head, I'm like, I can't do this when I leave, you know. So then during all these process, someone was telling me about Dallas, and I'm being honest, I downplayed Dallas. Like, well, I want to go to Dallas, like. During this time, never been to Dallas. Like, the only thing I know about Dallas is my Cowboys, and I'm a Cowboys fan. And I'm being honest, I did the stereotype. The Dallas that I experienced is totally different from what I expected. I'm being honest with you. Like, I did not just see that. And I can see why they say is you could get in trouble in Dallas. Like, Dallas nightlife, yes. So I'm like, and then here's the funny thing. I've been thinking about Dallas, like, things would come in my head about Dallas for like 3 years, and I just downplay, like, I ain't going to Dallas, like, just I ain't doing. So, fifth place, Vegas. So I'm like, okay, Vegas. Something had happened that made me didn't want me to go to Vegas. Like, I don't know what it was, but something had happened, and so I'm like, okay, Vegas out. So mind you, I am 2 weeks away from my birthday. Then it became a week before my birthday. Then my manager disapproved of my vacation time because I got bumped. During this time, my birthday was on Mother's Day, so I got bumped by another supervisor because she wanted that week to celebrate Mother's Day. Like, who the hell celebrate a whole week of Mother's Day? Like, that was stupid. She did it on purpose because she didn't want me to go. So I'm like, okay. So, but my manager, what she did was she gave me 4 days. I think she gave me 4. I think it was 4 or 5 days. So I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, I think it was like 4 or 5 days. It was connected with my off days also, because I was off at that time. I was off Saturday and Sunday. So she gave me that Monday, Tuesday. I think I had to come back. Like that, I don't come back. I think that Tuesday or whatever, or Wednesday. So I'm like, okay, cool. So when she gave me that, I'm desperate, like where I'm gonna go. So some just told me Dallas. I'm like, oh, okay, skip it. Let me do Dallas. So I'm looking at the flight, hotel. Mind you, I'm like, this is like literally 3 to 4 days before my birthday. So I know the flight hotel is going to be skyrocketing. And I don't stay in no cheap stuff, hotel or whatever. Man, guess how much my flight and hotel was? $402. I'm like, okay, run it. Bet. Then I had realized that my best friend Lisa lived down here in Dallas. She moved from Chicago. So I'm like, okay, cool. Call her, let her like, hey, I'm finna go to Dallas. You free? She like, yeah, just let me know, hook me up, let me know when you landed. I'm like, okay, I landed. So she was supposed to pick me up from the airport. I'm like, okay, cool. Cause I was paying, I was the hotel stay I was trying to get had a shuttle bus. At that time, I didn't know they didn't update that information. So luckily, she was coming through to pick me up, even though I had to wait for like damn near 2 hours. But it was cool. It was cool. So got in the airport, walking. I think it was Love Field Airport. Yep, it was Love Field Airport. Walking in the airport, and I don't know. I just felt the electricity in me. Like I'm like, oh, this is me. Like, oh snap, this is nice. Okay, okay, you know. And so I had fun. I literally had fun. Got to the hotel room, was chilling, hanged out with Lisa and her sons. You know, went out, eat, drink, had a ball. Like literally had a ball. Next day, so it was Saturday. Woke up. I found a fine woman. Went on a date with her the same day that I met her. You know, great date. Had fun. You know. So the next day was Sunday, Mother's Day. So pretty much everybody was not available on Mother's Day. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I used that day to do my reflection. So I was like, okay, God, where you want me to be? You know, that I could spend the rest of my life at? If this is the place? You know, because I was what I told God, the Holy Spirit, the Creator. My exact words was, God, I want to go to a place that I could be happy, I could be free, um, my business could expand. Because as you guys know, I'm a filmmaker, actor, writer, director, comedian. That I want my business to grow, that I could become a household name. I don't want to be stagnant. You know, like I want to be in an area that I could change thousands of people's lives, hire thousands of people, build my studio, the whole 9 yards, like how Hollywood and how Tyler Perry has his studio. Um, and also, I wanted to be in a place that I could again find my wife and have a big family. Also, so I'm like, okay. So I literally enjoyed my trip in Dallas. That was my first and only time in Dallas. So flew back to Chicago, and it was like I was still high off of that atmosphere, that experience that I had in Dallas. So I'm like, someone was telling me this is where I'm supposed to be. So I'm listening to the signs. I'm like literally before I went to Dallas, like honest to God, I ain't never seen no signs in Chicago about Dallas or Texas or anything. Before I left Chicago, never. So I'm seeing a whole bunch of Texas license plates from people. I'm meeting, having conversation with people that's from Dallas that's just coming to Chicago just to visit. The whole 9 yards. I was just seeing a whole bunch of stuff that was saying Dallas, Texas. The whole 9 yards. So I'm like, okay. The universe is speaking to me. Okay, let me apply. You know, so I'm applying for jobs in Dallas, managing jobs, supervisor jobs to transfer the whole 9 yards. And 4 months later, from going to Dallas for the first time, I got hired. Now, when I got hired, it was in Texas, but it was in East Texas. So I'm 2 hours away from Dallas. So in my head, I was like, I don't want to take this position because it's not in Dallas. But I was like this. The smart thing was to accept the position. At least I got my foot in the door. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay. So I did that. A year later, no less than a year later, I'm in Dallas. I'm in the area what I want. So I'm like, okay, cool. Now I'm in Dallas. Business is growing. I'm meeting, like literally, I'm meeting people that's on the same business tip as me without even trying. It's just like the universe is just connecting and connecting the whole 9 yards. It's just like it's showing. I'm like, okay, all right. Like literally, like I'm just minding my business and I'm meeting people. I'm at work meeting people, just like trying to do this business stuff. Okay. So, doing this whole thing of me living in East Texas, I met my best friend Val. Love her to death. You know what I'm saying? Then she introduced me to her. So Val introduced me to her brother. Val was like, I gotta, you and my brother, y'all should work with each other. I was like, what he do? She like, he's in the film industry. And I'm being honest with you, normally, every time when people say I should meet people or I'm gonna introduce you to people when it comes to business or anything, it just go out one ear out the other ear because it never happened because they just talk. But when it came to Val, me knowing Val ain't no talker. She says she gonna do something, she gonna do something. So she introduced me to her brother. I was on the phone with him for like over an hour, like maybe an hour and a half, just having a conversation. Cool dude. I'm like, okay. Me and him, we share the same passion. So I'm like, okay. Then I met another guy. So I'm meeting. So I'm like, okay. And another thing that I wanted, in Dallas, not only that I wanted my career to expand and grow and to inspire and elevate other people, change people's lives, and also find my wife and have more children. I also wanted to have more male friends that we could have guys night out. Looks like I'm in the right path doing that. You know, I'm like, okay, meeting people in business, meeting potential male friends. Oh, so you know what's next, y'all. You know what's next. So, yeah, so it's just, I'm in the right spot. So it's just like right now, I'm listening to what the universe is talking to me, what the creator is talking to me. And here's the funny thing. I even prayed and says, make sure that I don't interfere. Because before this process, you guys, I had a history of whatever blessings that God was going to give me. I interfere. I did something to interfere, and then boom, I blocked my own blessing. So I told him, make sure that you keep me, that I don't block my blessings or whatever you had cooking for me. And you guys, that I've been feeling that wave. Like I've been feeling it that like something big is going to happen to me 2024, 2025. And like I said, that I have told people this was going to happen, and I had people like, man, that ain't going to happen. Like I even had people try to downplay me, like, hey, pump the brakes to expectation. Like I know me. Like every time that I say I want something, it always come through. If I want it. So right now it's like I want my business to grow and I want to expand. Like that was the number one thing on my mind, to grow my business. You know, get in shape, be ready for that be ready for Miss Right. The whole 9 yards. That is like be mentally, physically, financially, the whole 9 yards. Like be equally yoked, the whole nine, everything. So be honest with you, like I won't say my process in Texas has been easy. No, it's been a lot of ups and downs. Like example, like I have had nights that is like I miss my son. Like I cried myself to sleep because it's just like I'm so used to being around my son anytime I want to, or any like when I say anytime I want to, like literally anytime. Like when I want to be with my son for 2 weeks, cool, you know. But another reason for me to come down here to follow my dreams was I got that confirmation from my son and my mom, and they both told me, go down here, follow your dreams, go down here, be happy. We will be all right, you know. So yeah, it's just like a lot of things that things that you want in life, you're gonna make some sacrifices also, but you got it's hard work. You got to put that work in, you guys, and you got to believe. Like everything that you want in life, you have to believe. You know, you have to better yourself. Like you got to get off your comfort zone and follow the things that you want to do. And you're going to get the results. Like, literally, you're going to get the results that you want. So, right now, I'm getting results. And y'all going to see. Y'all going to see your boy. So, again, that's my take on why I believe in manifesting it's so important to also, you got to take time to relax. You got to take time for yourself. Like, yeah, that's what I've been doing, taking time. You got to also, most important thing, got to love yourself. You can't go out looking for somebody if you don't love yourself. You gotta love yourself. You gotta better yourself. You gotta be yourself biggest fan. So yeah, that's my take on it, you guys. I hope you guys love this video. Again, please like, comment, subscribe, share this to everybody. Share this video, my channel, to everybody you know, especially to guys who's going through some stuff. Next episode, I'm gonna be talking about this depression. It's real. It's real. So, thank you guys. One love, two fingers. I'm out. Peace.